Hey, you want to hear some poems about ducks?
No.
Nah.
Nope.
Maybe. Howdy, folks. Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Quantus server, hanging out here at my mountain base. And let me give you a few little updates that I've done. Zip, spin around. Yeah, that super tiny itsy bitsy smeltery that was over there. No, it's moved over here now. And as you can see, it's much bigger. These bricks, in fact, this is the seared stone without any pattern. That's the seared stone with the first pattern that you make, and then you got your bricks. But had fun with that. Let's hop up here and look down. And yeah, I went with a little bit of varied patterns just for fun, just because they all count, and so I decided to go ahead and do that. And then I've got the one smeltery drain, but I've got that going to both the basin and the table. It's interesting, the same table for both. But that's the basin and that's the table, and I've got the nifty little redstone circuits here, so that this one pulses like I think it's every 15-20 seconds, something like that, I can't remember, and this one pulses much faster, and you can tell that I did them at separate times, and this one was done later, so it's a lot more streamlined, and this is not so streamlined, but that certainly works out. And so I've gone through and processed a whole bunch of my metals, and some of them I moved back over to my metals chest, and the rest of them I left there because, you know, like, how much copper do I need right now? None. And I've got some bronze because I accidentally combined some metals, because that's the way it goes. So the thing I was looking at is, one, it's night. I was looking at the fact that I haven't built anything here at all. It's just been living out of the top of my mountaintop here, and that's kind of lame. And I know it's lame, but it's about time to go ahead and clear things out. Do you think so, puppy? Yeah, it's time for me to clear things out and get this ready to start actually building some bits, because I'm wanting to go ahead and build stuff here on the top of the mountain. So that means going through and probably, let's see, I'm on Y154. Let's drop down to here. This, I think, is the bottom of the area that I'm going to clear out, this little knoll here. You can see there's trees sticking out on top of that. This is about 141, so about 140 on up, I'm going to go around and just get rid of all the trees and all the overgrowth and everything. So I've got the bare hill, and then I can start building things, because I could have something down here, maybe a tower. And then let's see if I can make my way back up. Hey. So there's a lot of stuff that can be done. I just need to, you know, get around to doing it. Plus, hopefully, when I actually have a base of baseness, I should be able to get up and doing things much easier instead of having to hop up all over these leaves. Plus, then I could build an area for storage, and I could have an area for, you know, Botania and for Evilcraft and all the rest of the cool magic mods, which should be coming on pretty soon. And I just noticed I've got a toadstool over there. Yep. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to take me a good chunk of time. So I will come back when I've chopped down all the trees. Gonna get a little bit of wood from all this, I think. 9 hours later. There was so much to chop down around here, but it looks so very different. Now, eventually, I'm going to spread off to those little standing islands just behind me. But at this point, the only way for me to easily get there is to use my staff and ender pearl over. So I was going, nah, not going to worry about that. But I did light them up, because I had a zombie come standing over there saying, ooh, can I come and eat your brains? And I said no, because they're mine. But yes, this area is all clean from about 140 on up, as pretty much all the way around. In fact, if we take a quick look at the map, you can see it's all been chewed down, so it's very clean and looked very weird and is very sad. So that means I can't put off building anything here anymore. And let me give you some ideas. I was thinking of going with a white palette. So this is alabaster, and I've got a bunch of that. And I like the look of this, plus having the pavers and the brick and the flat, that gives me some textures to play with. This here is marble, and I like that as an offset. That works very nicely. This is the quarried stone. And I've got a bunch of this that I've picked up, and I like these three. This is limestone, the Magnetic Craft limestone, and it's starting to get kind of dingy, so maybe detail work or stuff like that. And this here is the chisel limestone, and too yellow for me. I'm not liking it very much. And I am thinking of whatever wood I use, I'm going to use the dark oak, so it's a real dark contrast between these three very bright colors and a really dark. So maybe like a roof of really dark, and that is the walls and trim and whatnots on there. The other option is something like this. And I have these four, I think it's ghost wood, those blocks, and you know, they're okay, but I'm thinking I want the contrast more than having it blend in. So what do I do at this point? Do I have a plan as to what I want this place to be? No, I do not. I'm thinking why do I have that one piece there? That's so that when I'm down near Toddy's base and I grab my staff and I shoot a pearl, I have a target. I aim for about here, just a little bit above the top of this, and that hits me very close to the ground. So I noticed that having no trees here, I couldn't shoot up, and there were times I shot over or shot really low, and so I said, no, let me fix that. So yeah, I'm thinking probably just build with alabaster, just plain alabaster, because it breaks really fast, and I've got a good mess of that. And then I can play with other things around that. I'm thinking this needs a wall. Yeah, and I've got 1 minute before the server restarts. And the question is, where do I want a wall? I think I'm going to have multiple stacks of walls. So let's zip up here. So I'm thinking this little doodad that's sticking out here, that's probably about as low as I'm going to have anything. So there may be a little retaining wall going around this to kind of hold up whatever I have here, maybe a tower. I don't want it to be super duper tall because I don't want it to block the things behind here. And I'm going to go fairly tall, but like that right there, that could be a really good spot for a wall sticking out so I could build stuff there. And it's about time for me to shut up because game's over. Well, it's rebooting. I think I've got the beginnings of an idea, and I played a little bit around in creative and messed with this area, and I think I'm going to set up a platform here in this area. So let's hop up here so you can see. This is the area down here. There were a couple of big trees. It's kind of overlooking Toddy's area a little bit, but the idea that I have here is that all this dirt that's right here, can't have this be dirt. Instead, I'm going to have it be stone instead. The idea that, you know, stone is a lot more durable than dirt. So if the stuff is holding things on, it's got to be the stone and not this dirt. So we'll go ahead and jump this stuff around here for right now. And then the next thing, now that we've got some stone in here, then from here I can build up using the fitted quarry stone. We'll go one more. This is going to be the ground floor. I could dig out all that dirt, but I'll replace that later. So these blocks here are coming up, And let's see, what do we got? See, whoa, yeah, that almost fell down. I think I'm gonna put my armor on because that's got my feather falling on there, which would be mighty nice. Yes, I think so. Let's go ahead and chop this out, put the stone in its place. Can I actually hit? Ah! See, I didn't actually want to fall there. I was holding down the shift, but I'm not sure why the shift didn't hold me up, unless it was something to do with the vines. But let's hit perfectly. Maybe it was the vines that did it to me. All right, so I want to be able to hit. Oh, vines right there. That's got to be what got me. Now let me take you down because you're kind of in the way. All right, so yeah, see, now I can hang out here just fine. All right, so I want stone there and there and there. That replaces the stone that was here. And now we can remove this, and I'm going to put a stone and then some fitted like that. Let's go ahead and put a stone here and then a fitted on top of that. And let's see, can I sneak over here? So this one, let's see, we got several several dirts that I can't really get to, because that bottom one I could break, but it's not going to be easily replaced until I come up from below. But in any case, this one, I do want to break this one and turn it into stone. All right. And then this can, yeah, I can get all three of these. Oh, no, not you. Don't do that. All right, you go there. There we go. And the idea is that I'm going to have stuff coming up this this fitted quarry stone is going to be coming up from this stone, as if this stone is what is helping it out. And I had a stone, I took it off, and let's call it there, so we can go ahead and raise up some stone from there. Technically means I don't need this here. Well, nope. Hey, oh, hey, I didn't want to lose that. Those are hard to come by. But in any case, what this does, let's go ahead and do a little bit like this, and that can't be there. All right, so let's fling over to here and get kind of a, is that too far of a fling? I didn't even see it go out. All right, let's, oh, that's because it's set to the wrong, there we go, now it's in that proper mode. Fling. All right, so from here, yeah, you can see how the fitted brick is coming down, like stuff is holding it, and I got to get rid of these bits of dirt that are still hanging, but I'll have to dig around to, or build around to get to that point. And now that means I can put a shelf on top of this part here, which will help make this bigger. But that's, I didn't want this piece here, a shelf just shooting out flat, nothing supporting it. That looks kind of really bad. So instead what I want to do is have this building up from the stone outcropping to support it. And that over there, the dirt there is going to be turned into stone. So it's got a firm foundation to hold that in place. And then instead of using this fitted quarried stone for the flat area, I think I'm going to go with the alabaster brick. It's a whiter, lighter color, so I'm going to go ahead and with that. And I'm thinking like about 3 or 4 blocks out from where this support structure is, because you can't have an area sticking way out with nothing supporting it. So I'm just going to kind of guide around manually, kind of see how that fits. Yep, a little high, but so that's kind of what I'm going to have to do, is just play this by ear, kind of see how this works. It'll be interesting to see how that goes, and since I don't have great galloping gobs of these, I'm going to reclaim this wherever I can. And let's see, I can go like that. actually, that one's going to get removed. Let's see. Yeah, I may have to throw up a little side piece so that I can get to the dirt from below. Alrighty, so let me play with this and see. It's going to be weird kind of arcing in with this underhang here. Maybe I could have some support pillars in place. Anyway, I'm just winging this because that's kind of what I'm going to be doing at this point. I think we're going to have to get rid of all those bushes over there too. I thought I had done this right, but apparently I have made a couple mistakes. Here, let me come over. You can see that little spot right there. It doesn't wrap around nicely, and I've been using some of those architect blocks, to the wedges and whatnots, to have this rock here go into the quarried stone brick, and that's holding it up, and then it flares out with these architecture blocks here, and then that's holding this layer of the alabaster bricks there. And I love the colors. I love the transition from the gray to the gray-white to the white. I think that's fantastic. But I'm noticing that spot right there is not right, and I've got a brick sticking out there. I'm going, how did I miss that? So I'm going to have to make another platform coming around. I still need... Oh, no. I don't want to click and teleport me over there. I still need to get rid of that one. I was a little bit too high, and I couldn't get to that. So I need to fix a couple more of those, and let's just go ahead and sleep real quick. Real quick. And I've got some stuff here, because I think that's... I went 4 blocks away from this, because, you know, I could have it go out infinitely, but now I'm going to have a little bit of gravity going on here, so I can't get too much more. So I've got some other architectural bits here. Let's see how well I can get close without... Okay, perfect. Alright, so I didn't want to hit the edge and then fall down. That wouldn't be so useful. But this here, I'm using this should be the same quarried stone bits, and they're tricky to place. As near as I can tell, if I'm very careful with putting it in that corner, if I point it to a different direction, it gets rotated in the wrong direction. So whenever I point it in the exact corner I want it, then it seems to work really, really nicely. So this one, I want it against that edge, so I got to make sure I'm right up against that edge, and then it works. Otherwise, I get all sorts of grief, and that's not much fun. But the other thing I need to watch out for is I don't have much by way of alabaster. I've got like 8, 10 stacks total, so I'm gonna have to do some specific digging around for alabaster and make sure that I've got that. I'm not sure if I'll stick that here for right now, and that actually looks pretty good. I do have these little balustrade corners, and let's see if that actually works right here. Do you not? Oh, okay. I gotta go in a little bit more. So yeah, that's exactly what I need to kind of finish this piece off. Now the outside, yeah, the outside is just fine. But these inner pieces, that's nice. Alright, how many more do I have? Not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, there you are. So that's these guys here, and that makes 8, so perfect. I can go ahead and finish this off. Alrighty. Clickety, clickety. Clickety. Just after I got done lecturing about, you know, make sure you point it just exactly where you want it to be. Yes. All right, so that looks really good. Now, it's if I had the step assist going, I'd just fall right over theirs, which is one of the reasons why I don't. So let's go ahead and zip down there, get a eye from out here. So yes, see, that looks really, really good. I like the colors. That very, very slightly echoes the color here because it's the same material. I'm liking that. I was tempted to go with the slopes on this, the straight inner slopes, just to get a little bit more of a texture, and I decided not to. I guess I could come around and knock off a little bit with the chisel and get kind of a running edge all the way around there, but I think I won't. Instead, I think I'm gonna have to come through and fix this piece and that piece. Those two are just glaring at me, and then that dirt. I keep looking at that dirt and say that needs to go away. There was a bunch of dirt here that's all become stone now, and so yeah, I'm kind of grooving on how that is going. Do you know what I don't know? Oh, made it just over the top. Perfect. What I don't know, I have no idea what to build here. So this is, I'm thinking I'm just going to kind of curve this around to here and then be done. And this over here, likewise, this will be just kind of a low area. So this will kind of curve around and come into there, and this area will be done. I'm thinking a little tower or building of some sort. If I get a measurement here, this could be an area for blood magic, because it is, I don't think it's big enough for a blood magic altar to fit in here. I might have to bump this out a little bit. It definitely could be a Botania area, because those eras open up, well, those mods open up in the next era, but yeah, not sure. But I do want to do something more like another platform coming out of here with the same sort of thing, you know, stone coming up to the quarried stone, spewing out, and then you've got the alabaster, which I've got to make lots more of that, and get that poking out, and have like another fan shape out here, and another one poking around the side, and get several of these areas poking up, and eventually this entire top is going to be overrun with these platforms. And I could just go ahead and put grass on the inside and then build on top of that, but I'm not sure. A lot of this is just kind of as I have time and just kind of winging it, a lot of winging it. And the other thing, you know, I'd put two little pieces of vines up there. You can see it's grown all the way down. It's lovely having this area loaded, so that gives me lots of opportunities to have things like the kitty cats up there making me resources, which is very nice. But yeah, this is the most I've done with the architecture mod, playing with this, other than I did the little curves down in the down the railway, down about right through there, heading down to the southern station, all in the diorite, because I had lots of diorite and I could chisel it too. So alrighty, I think at this point I need to mine for a whole bunch more of this, because all this that I've got on me, that's all I have, and I left some of it undone, because I'm gonna need a little bit of that to kind of break things up, and this is far too regular at this point. So I'm gonna go do some mining and then think about what to build here, just so there's something here. Okay, that looks much better, much better. All right, so, and I even fixed the little bits of dirt that were over there. You know, I'm liking how that's looking, and let's see if I can just barely get over there. Nope. Ouch. All right, so we'll fling it up high, and I'll land on here, because the last thing I was going to do is get some... Are you going to come back? Oh, perfect. Last thing I was going to do is do some lighting around here, and I'm a major fan of having the hidden lighting. So this is a nifty little trick. I'm going to go ahead, let's see, same material, no, let's go ahead and change that to plain. Let's go down 2 bits there, slap on some glowstone, slap on that, and you can see the little X's went away. I love that. I love having hidden lighting. So what I'm going to do then is, let's see, choo, place. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and stick those all around. There's going to be something in the middle, so I'm definitely going to pepper this around the edges. But you know, and I'll put a few in the middle, but whatever I build here is probably going to cover those up. So, you know, that's just the way it is. But if I have a plenty around the edges, that will definitely make this look good. And it is actually looking really good, I have to admit. I'm liking how it's looking. It's an extremely clean sort of look, and with all that white, it's kind of modern. And that's just weird for me. I just don't do that at all. But, you know, I can survive. I can make it. I can do this. I can do this. So yeah, what am I going to put on here? No idea. Not a clue. But I think I will make a few more platforms around as the night falls, and just so that there's places for me to put stuff. And that gives me the chance to have stuff like stairs going places, and maybe if I've got a tower up from here, I can run a walkway over to the main center area behind me. You know, lots of possibilities. So that's going to turn out really nicely. And yeah, it's getting pretty dark. But yep, I think I'm going to call it an episode here. This is the sort of style, after playing with it and playing with it, I'm liking the palette. I don't want it to be this entire white brick. It definitely needs to be broken up, but I'm liking how this looks. I'm liking the railings. Yeah, there's some real potential here, and I'm curious to see what I can do with this. Lots and lots of terraforming needs to go on this hill. Let's take a quick look at the map, and yeah, you can see this big white spot right there, crying out for, I'm thinking, a good sized towery sort of building here in the center, but not super duper tall, just a decent size. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to let this marinate for a while in my brain and see what I can come up with. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the FTOG Quantus server, having a blast, just making a big flat thing. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.